I like that she zoomed in, paused at the right time. We didn't have to wait for her to write out a bunch of stuff, which was great. You have to write out some of it, right? But do you want to write out all of it? No, you don't want to write out all of it. I liked how she used her calculator to show us what that value is approximately. Now, one thing we have not covered, but we've touched on it a little bit, is the following. The square root of 45. Is there a way to write that differently with smaller numbers? There is. What you have to do is you have to factor 45. You have to factor 45, and this is what you should do. What's the smallest number you can pull out of 45? What's the smallest factor you can think of? What is the smallest number you can put besides 1? 3 is not 3. Does 3 go in there? Yeah, 3 goes in there. Good. Pull out 3. And what's 3 times 15? What can you pull out of 15? 3 and 5. Can you pull anything out of 5? No. 5 is a prime number. So what you now know, just so you can see this, is that square root of 45, you know that's equal to the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 times the square root of 5. Because 3 times 3 times 5 is... But what is the square root of 3 times the square root of 3? Which is? The square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 3. The square root of 5 times the square root of 5 is 5. The square root of something times the square root of the same thing is that thing. The square root of 9 times the square root of 9 is 9. The square root of a table times the square root of a table is a table. It doesn't matter what you put in it. The square root sign obliterates each other. You add the powers. 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1. So what does the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 equal? 3. So this equals 3 times root 5. What that tells you is the square root of 45 is equal to 3 root 5. You can't break that down any even further because 5 is a prime number, and you can actually sometimes have a non-prime number in there. You're looking to pull out squares. Why could we simplify this? Because this equals the square root of 3 squared times 5. You can only simplify it if you can find a square as part of the factor. This is just a side note. You don't have to do this. I really like she did this to show us approximately what the value is. That was very good.